Hello there guys, Ashen Mask here once again for another episode of Feed the Beast. And we have some new stuff here that I've been building. I actually played around with the idea of using a new texture pack, but I decided against it. A, because it causes my frames to drop below 30, which means that it will be a little bit laggy, and also because... Oop, that music is a little bit loud. Also because it's more of a challenge to build in the default texture pack. I also had another realization. The stuff that I was doing last episode where I was going through and I'll show you how to build this and, you know, what the recipes are, that was all really redundant. And basically what I was doing is saying, right, we're going to build a fermenter now. We are going to use sturdy casing and golden electron tube and basic circuit board. And I'll show you how to make them now. But you can just find that stuff out by clicking anyway. You guys aren't stupid. You know how to do that sort of thing. So it's not going to be that in-depth. Not as in-depth as it was last episode. But I'm still going to be explaining how stuff works, stuff that might not be so obvious, and but basically skipping out all the boring stuff. So we'll still be making cool stuff, I'll still be showing you how stuff works, it just won't be as in-depth as last time. But I will be telling you how some of the more obscure things work. Yeah, obscure is the word I'm after. Like, for example, we are going to be making our own power station today, a renewable source of power. For that we need an arboretum. There we go, I said it right for once. And for that we need golden electron tubes, and for that we needed to use a thermionic fabricator. I've already made the thermionic fabricator, but one thing you might not know about this thing is that it's kind of weird. It needs like a minimum heat level to operate and to melt the glass, because if you look at the recipe for this, we need liquid glass. And I might do it again actually. That is working, right? That's feeding power in. Oh, wait, yeah. This was the first thing that I've realised that confused me. It has a minimum power level that it needs, and that is 2 MJ. And the thing is, Stirling engines put out 1 MJ. So if you're trying to use a thermionic fabricator and it's not working, chances are you're not giving it enough power. Especially early on where, you know, 2 MJ is fairly tricky to come by. So we've got the 2 MJ, now we're melting the glass down, and we're going to make ourselves some diodes. In the meantime, I'll just update you with what I've been doing. I have made an enchanting bench. It was at the full 15 bookshelves, but then a creeper spawned inside because it wasn't lit up properly and blew up half of them. I think that happened twice, actually, because I'm a derp and I don't play with sound on half the time. But still, I put 30 levels in, got a fortune 2, which was enough to get a fair few diamonds. Enough to make these things, which we're going to need in a little while, but also enough to have a couple of diamonds left over, which is always nice. Is this done yet? Yes, this thing is done. So there are our diodes. What else do we need? We need sturdy casing, which is bronze, and the basic circuit boards, which I've already made from using this carpenter. Yeah, we got 2 of them there. Carpenter is simple enough. One thing that did confuse me at first is that you don't drop items into the actual carpenter, you just put where you want them to go and then drop them in the inventory space there. So if you're ever confused with the carpenter, chances are you need to make sure you've both got the recipe in there, which you put in by left clicking, take out by right, and make sure you've got the actual items in its inventory and that you're using the right source of fluid. Water, seed oil, whatever. We'll come on to that a little bit later when I start doing bee things. But where was I? Yes, we are making an arboretum. So we've got the basic circuit board, we've got the glass, we've got our tubes. I keep wanting to call them diodes, I don't know why, but we do need a sturdy casing. And luckily I have made a buttload of bronze, because I've been doing a lot of mining. I think that's probably what I've spent 80% of my time in this world doing, mining. So we need these things to go here, 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 and here, and then surround it by glass, and we should be good to go. Right. We have our arboretum, and we're just going to stick this here at the moment. It needs like a, is it 9 by 9? Something like that. A fairly big area for it to operate. Anyway, this thing is amazing. It plants and grows saplings for you, so it needs a supply of saplings. Sand is something that it picks up itself. It has a byproduct of sand, so we don't worry about that. But we have this other thing that we need, humus, and there's a couple of ways to make humus. Hummus. Hummus is right, yeah. And the easiest way that I found... Actually, do I have dirt? I do not. Wonderful. I'm just going to go and quickly grab some dirt, and I'll talk to you guys while I'm doing that. There's a couple of ways that you can make hummus. You can use apatite, which is found in big clusters. It's probably above sea level. Most of the times I've found it, it's been above sea level, and it's a shiny blue rock. It actually looks really quite nice, in my opinion. I do have a supply of it somewhere around here, but I'm not going to go and find it and show you now. It's easy enough to find, so no need to worry about that. But my personal favourite way of making hummus is with wheat, because wheat makes it a lot easier to make. And is it this way? Okay, let's just look that up. It was going so well as well, I'd been so prepared. Hummus. There we go. Yep, you can use compost. Ah, that's what I'm doing wrong. Compost, fertiliser, which is made from apatite. Any other ways? No. We're going to be doing it the compost way. Ah, that's what I was doing wrong. So we make our compost like this. We'll make 16 of those. And then you get your compost, and then you just wring it in dirt, and you get some hummus. And we are not going to have that much. We're going to have enough, though, for what we need, at least at first. I don't know where... Oh, yes, I've been terraforming. That's why all my dirt is gone. So we stick that in here. We will give it some power. Steal one of these because we won't be needing this for a long, long time. Boom. And... boom. Very good. And we give this some power. And what it should do... First, it clears the area. But the area is pretty much clear, I believe. Just make sure none of these are getting in the way. You gonna start working for me? Come on. I hope none of these trees are getting in the way. Do something, at least. Getting some lag spikes here. I seem to be still having world leak issues, even though I've tried to fix it using the thing. I'm going to try again because I think I have done it wrongly. But we will see. As long as it doesn't disconnect and freeze totally, which it hasn't been doing, we should be fine. And there we go. It's already started. So we are probably going to want to clear these trees out a little bit of the way, so that they don't like merge and stop the leaves from despawning or something like that. Don't know if it would do, but something that I don't want to risk, really. So this is planting the hummus down, and once it's got a nice ring going around the edge, I'm probably going to need more hummus, actually, because it... Will it start if it doesn't have a full ring? That's something I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to go and make the thing that we need next to work with the arboretum. There we go. It's a pain for me to say, I don't know why, but we also need something called a logger, which automatically harvests and collects the drops from trees. So again, it's a very similar recipe to the arboretum, just that we need these diamantine electron tubes, which are crazy expensive, but worth it in the long run. So we're just going to stick this together. I need another sturdy casing. We will stick these around it again. I think that's a lot of the thing with Feed the Beast. A lot of the recipes are quite similar if you're using them for similar purposes, so it's not too hard to remember them after a while. Okay, it's run out of hummus, I guess, and it started to plant them. Excellent. So we are going to stick this thing... I'm going to stick this here. We'll power it from the same side, because eventually we're going to have this basically powering itself. We're going to use biogas, because that's quite an easy way of doing things, and... that seems to be good. Let's go make some more hummus. Right, we have enough for like one more set of... Does it make 8? Yes, it does make 8. So once you've got a good supply of dirt, which, let's face it, isn't the most tricky thing to find, it's actually really easy to to supply this thing with everything that it needs. Have I not given this? No, I'm not giving this any coal. And what we are going to do now is route the harvested materials back into the arboretum. So basically the logger will collect saplings, and once those saplings are collected, they'll be fed back in, and it'll be a nice little cycle, and then the byproducts that we get we can use to power our biogas. There we go. I got through those words eventually. They were tricky, but I got through it. So we need a stone transport pipe. And basically how this works, the logger, saplings and apples come out the top and logs come out of the side. See, there we go, already spewing junk every which way. So we are going to hook this up like that. It's going to spew the apples out the side, but that's not a problem at the moment. I'm going to need apples eventually, but for now, while we're just sorting out our basic power and our basic stuff, it's going to be fine. And we need a chest. So let's go and make one of those. Where are we? Here we go. As I was saying before, it's so weird not to have the old drag and drop thing. I mean, I know it's a really new feature, but it feels so weird not to have it already. Okay, so if we stick a chest here, that should suck out all the logs that we got. Now, at the moment, it's not going to have any logs in it because, obviously, none of these have grown yet. We're going to go to bed now. Go to sleep. But once it does start going, it should be picking those up. I think we're going to need a redstone engine to power those wooden pipes, though. Because wooden pipes, unless they're like one block? Yeah, 1 block long, like the log chest is, then it needs a redstone engine at least to power it. And we're going to use this because the pulverizer is doing nothing at the moment, so let's get this out of here. I'm just trying to avoid doing too many crafting things on camera. Are you gonna... I'm gonna put this here for now. I'm not sure if it will work because we don't have any levers, do we? We don't have any cobble either. Ugh, so much in my inventory, none of it's useful. What was I saying? Sorry, I managed to lose myself now. Yeah, I'm not sure if the trees are going to grow and override that. We don't need these anymore. That redstone engine, because I know in the past that when I played around with this sort of thing that the trees that grow tend to wipe out anything that stands in their way, so we'll have to come back and see. Okay. Of course, that probably doesn't have any saplings in at the moment. Have we got anything in here? No. So we're just going to wait for these to grow, but we are going to go and build the thing that is the most important thing in this episode, and that is the fermenter. This is really, really bronze intensive. You're going to need a lot of bronze if you want to make this. But another sturdy casing and 4 bronze gears, so let's go and grab some of those things. We had a lot of sticks nearby. And we've got some nice ambient music to help us along. Right, there we go. Turn those into stone gears. I mean, to one extent, it's kind of boring having to do the same thing over and over again, but I was always quite a big fan of, you know, the, like Age of Empires, the ones where you have to sort of fight through and advance through different tiers of stuff to be able to make it, so... Pros and cons of this. Personally, I'm loving it at the moment. As I say, Greg Tech is probably something you want to avoid if you're impatient, but in the end, for me at least, it makes it that much more rewarding. Especially with the stuff like the diamond drills, which are an absolute pain to get. Right, so this fermenter, we need something else that I've just realised as well. We are going to make an aqueous accumulator, which basically is a water pump. And I can spell it this time. Good, so we need... That's the only new thing, right. Do I have any iron on me? No. As always, my chests are a mess, disorganised as ever, but eventually, once we've got a place worth living in, once I've mined out a bit more basalt, we will have a proper storage room and that sort of thing. Are we going to have enough inventory space? Probably not, knowing me. Resisting the urge to just dump stuff in random chests. Right, we'll make a random chest. Just so you guys know, this is officially the random chest, and nobody can shout at me for the horrors that are inside it. Dump all these. We have a lot of bone meal. Probably because I pulverized the bones to get some more before. Right, so now we need to go and get a blar of gold. I didn't put that away, did I? Surely not. I have like a stack of gold somewhere. Here it is. Organised as ever. Right, so let's go and make our machine frame. Can I remember? Is this how it is? Yes, like a pro. Okay, and that was tin. We only have one tin? You kidding? You have power, at least. I should probably... Yeah, we're going to need a lot of tin later on in this episode, so I'll smelt all that up now. Where the heck has all my tin gone? Genuinely confused about that one. Never mind, we have plenty. Just waiting to be made. So, what was I making? This goes here. It might have been the other way around now that I think about it. Let's see, yeah. And aqueous accumulator. Now, as I said before, this thing is kind of like a water pump, and we're going to have it right next to our fermenter because we can't make waterproof pipes yet because we need bees for that, and that is an entirely different matter. So we are going to make a source block here. Wait, nope, I tell a lie. We are going to make a source block. I can do this. We're going to do this quick and dirty for now. We're going to make a source block there, because the accumulator needs a source block for it to work. Good old vanilla mechanics still in play here, with your infinite water sources. Still got to remember the basics. So that should... It doesn't need power. Why you no take water? Oh, it is. It's just doing it very slowly. Very slowly. Or is it because that's being filled up? No. Strange. That is a source block, right? Maybe if we put a source block on both sides. Excuse the mess. So we will dump another source block here. Please work better. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you need 2 source blocks on either side of it. Good stuff. So that is going to give our fermenter the water that it needs. Right, we need to go and steal another Stirling engine. To power this initially, at least. We're also going to go and steal... This thing doesn't... Oh, did something grow? Yeah, something grew. So, that's going to reject that. Yeah. Doesn't like apples. However, it does like the saplings. Oh, we're getting birch saplings as well. Let's take those out. We don't want birch trees in this farm. And that's not been cut off just yet, so that's good. And we are getting logs. Great. So, at least for the moment, we are going to use these logs to make charcoal, because we're still going to need power for our Stirling engines until we've got a decent setup. So, we'll stick those back in there, and we're going to nab some coal. Just to give this thing a little kickstart. Where did that lever come from? I'm kind of concerned. Here. Oh, it was the water that broke it. Okay, no problem. No big deal. Finding my lack of hummus concerning. Never thought I would be saying that in a game. Okay, and then, now that this has got power, this also needs compost. Now that I think about it. It needs compost or fertilizer. And fertilizer is made by apatite, that I mentioned before, and sand, but we don't have any of that at the moment, so we are going to fall back on our... Wait, it's compost. I've already got compost. Come on, Ashen, get your head together. All over the place today. It's because this thing is just so overwhelming. You've got like 20-odd different mods to get your head around at once, and it's kind of hard to know where to start. Anyway, this thing is amazing. It takes these saplings, takes a bit of compost and water, a bit of power, and turns it into biomass, and we use that in a biomass engine, which, again, is another one of those things which is crazy expensive in terms of bronze. Bronze is the most important thing at the beginning of a Feed the Beast world, at least on GregTech, in my opinion, because you can't rely on industrial craft to do anything for you. So we are going to make ourselves a bronze cog, again, and make ourselves a biogas engine. This is one of the recipes that I've committed to memory because I love these things. Same as all the other kind of engines, just a little bit more expensive. Right, and our first biogas engine is going to be used to power the fermenter. We're going to have it near the fermenter at least, because what we need... We're going to stick it here for now. What we need is a biogas engine powering this, because this is like the most important thing we've got at the moment. So let's just worry about generating power for now. We need a bucket. We're going to take a bucket of biomass. Once that is done fermenting all these saplings, let's go steal a couple more. You run out of power already, haven't you? Yeah. Man, I cannot wait until we've got this whole system up and running. Unfortunately, we need bees before we can do that. So that's what we're going to be working on in the second half of the episode. Getting ourselves some bees. But power. Power first. Jeremy Clarkson, more power is what we need. I can't really do an impression of that. My throat is pretty sore at the moment, so not even going to try. Right. Come on, get rid of that. Good, good. So now we can steal some saplings from here. Bung them in here. Should be able to take that now. So close. Wait, because I'm doing it the wrong way, that's why. Right, so we can use our first bit of biomass power. I don't know what we're going to be using it for. Actually, I do know what we're going to be using it for. We're going to get rid of that. Where's our wooden pipe? Yeah, these normal Buildcraft pipes, if you put a bit of redstone on them, they turn them into electrical pipes, which can be used for transporting energy, which is really, really handy. Right, we still want you to stay close by. But we want... Here, we'll do it. We'll do it here. That's our wooden electrical pipe. Like always, you need to start off with a wooden pipe at the source of your energy. And let's hook this around the side. Back into you. I bet if we put this next to it, it might fill it with biogas, but we'll do it the low-tech way for now, because I'm not entirely sure. And we need another lever. And biogas, when you first use the engine, it needs just a little bit more than biogas energy itself. It needs some lava to kickstart it, to heat up. And we'll see that go up, that'll get filled, and then that will fill with biogas itself. Okay, so this is self-sustaining now. This is using power to produce biogas. And this uses biogas to produce power, but it produces more power than it takes to make the biogas. So that's all good. That is set up for now. What we could do, actually, now that I think about it, is bring this around. Now, in the past, I've had problems, like if you split it at the source, if you don't use it in one continuous line, then it has a tendency to blow up, and that's not very fun, because it means if you don't switch off the engine, then you have a buttload of problems. Why do I keep using it? I keep using that phrase today, buttload. I don't know where it's come from. Probably spending too much time on Reddit. But yes, it creates a buttload of problems, and it's better to just have it all in one continuous line. Less problems that way. So we're going to make ourselves some more pipes. We are going to turn those into conductive pipes. Where'd they go? There. We still have our redstone. Right, let's hope that this works now. If this works, I will be happy. Feed this down. We are going to have to redesign this at some point with it going underneath, because the hummus is going to get placed there. You guys run out of energy already? You guys suck. Right, so hopefully when this gets to full power, it's a very dark green, don't remember it being that dark. Hopefully when this gets to full power, it will start powering these things, because these are stuck at the moment. Let's go sleep. They are not doing anything for us, which is not good. But we will go to sleep. We will leave our problems till tomorrow. Okay, right. If this isn't working now, we are going to kind of leave it and instead work on getting some bees so we can pump biomass everywhere. I think it's because this thing is still using all our energy. Like, there's no real way to check how much energy it's got in, unless I'm missing something very obvious, but I don't think I am. So I guess that's still being powered for now. Okay, so let's not worry about that. Let's instead worry about getting some bees going. So the first thing we need for beekeeping is an apiary. And we need an impregnated casing for that, and that is the big problem. It's made by logs, it's made in a carpenter, but we need seed oil. And to get seed oil, we need a squeezer and some seeds, funnily enough. So, squeezer, again, it's all that bronze that we need. And 6 tin. So let's make ourselves our sturdy casing. Sorry, I said I was going to do, like, less walkthrough stuff, but this has just been walkthrough after walkthrough, so sorry about that. And we've got enough for that. But this is all, like, the key foundations for everything else that we're going to do, and this is what you need to do if you're starting off in a new GregTech world, so it's all good in the end. Right, sturdy casing. So that is our squeezer. We are going to try and... What is this? What is going on here? Why is there a power build-up? You could easily go into these machines. You crazy power. You crazy. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to go and take a look at this. And I will be right back. Okay guys, don't be mad. I realised that I'm stupid and that I was putting the power into the engines instead of the actual machines. That was why we were getting the build-up, and that thing was full of power. Right from the beginning it was full of power, so that was me being derpy. So, sorry about that. But yes, where were we? We need... Actually, I'm going to stick this here. I think they can join up, so we're all good. So that is being continuously powered now. That's good. So where were we? Squeezer. Yeah, we're just going to be cheeky again and just steal the power from that. And what we need to do now is go and grab ourselves a load of seeds. Now, I've had this farm from the beginning of the end of last episode, if that's not too confusing, and it's put out a lot of good stuff. So we've got plenty of things that we can squeeze. Flax in particular seems to be a really good source of seeds. Like, you can cut the tops off and you get string and a load of seeds, but we're going to be using wheat mainly because wheat is really quick to squeeze, so it gives us lots of seed oil. So we will stick this in here, and yes, I think that's it for the squeezer. I'm going to quickly cut and I will be back with you once this is squeezed. Actually, I lied. While we are waiting for that to work, let's go and hunt some bees. First thing we need for bee hunting is a scoop, which I think is this. Nope, that's a paintbrush. It's the 3 long one then, I guess. Scoop. You gonna work for me? Well, that's embarrassing. Scoop. Oh, yeah. It's been a while, guys, alright? It's been a while since I've worked with bees. Go easy on me. Right, so we got the perfect number of sticks. Sweet, we have our scoop. Oh, no. No. Phew. Let's just check. Oh, it's not even having memory leak problems, so I don't know what that lag was. Just know that it worried me deeply. But we're all good here. Okay, we are going to get rid of this because bees take up a lot of inventory space in the end. We've got our scoop. Let's take some, we'd take some wood and some planks just in case we need some more. So I'm going to do a little bit of montage now. We're going to go and hunt some bees down, and I'll tell you which ones, I'll show you which ones we found once we get them. Okay, beehive pinata number 1. And we have Meadows Princess, nice. I'm actually looking for forest ones, and I spot one just over there. Okay, sweet. There are actually 2 right next to each other. I hope they're both forest bees. That looked like... Yep, forest princess and a drone, and... should be the same up here. Yep, and we got some honeycomb from that, so that is a great start, actually. So let's go and hunt for some more, though. Okay, I think we have another forest guy. Yep. Any more around here? Nope, so we're going to head on over to the fur biome, which was over there, and see if we can get something a little bit different. Okay, the fur biome just had forest bees, but I have found this thing, which I think should be marbled, if I'm right. Yes, marbled princess, and I think that's going to be enough for now. We have 3 different kinds of bees, and in particular we have the 2 that we need, and that is forest and meadow. They are the basics for like all bee breeding, so actually saying that, I'm not sure. They make cultivated, but I think a lot of the base bees can. Anyway, we are going to get back and grab some seed oil and get into some beekeeping. Uh-oh, I gave this thing more hummus while I was waiting for the seed oil, and now we might have a problem. Can we get any seed oil from this? Come on, please. Squeeze faster, because I have a feeling that this thing is about to come and cut a chunk out of our wiring here. I'm kind of curious to see if it does, because it'd be kind of weird. I wouldn't be too upset, but I want to see what happens, so let's take a look. When it's done, doing it in the most roundabout way possible. Yeah, is it just straight up eating my blocks? Okay, that's water, so it kind of doesn't count. I want to see what it does to this block. Oh no, it's working around it. Okay, good guy Arbitorium. Didn't eat my things alive. Good, so that makes things a little bit easier for us. This is taking an age to squeeze. In the meantime, we're going to make another thing now, which is going to be useful. And that is a centrifuge. Again, more bronze. And a lot of copper this time. We need 6 copper and 8 bronze. Gonna have to smelt some more of this. You don't have any power, do you? No. Looks like we're doing this the old-fashioned way then. It does help if I remember to take the bronze out of the chest. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we need copper, which I think we have. Yeah, we have enough copper. So that's good. And what the centrifuge does is it... Well, I know the one thing that I want it for at the moment is to make beeswax and things out of this honeycomb. Will it come up in use? It should do. Shape crafting? Nope, that's not what we want. Yeah, centrifuge. So we put this in the centrifuge and we get honey drop and beeswax. And beeswax makes the waterproofing for... It does, right? I'm not being crazy when I say this. Pipe waterproof, beeswax. Yeah, so that's what we need that for. We need our copper. Have we got any... You gonna give me anything here? Ah, it's taking forever. I'm guessing flax seeds don't give that much seed oil. Let's quickly go and harvest all this then. I'm glad I made this wheat farm because it's going to be crazy useful. Instead of having to rely on flax and all that sort of thing. Got no use for the wheat mine. Actually, no, that's a lie. We can use it to make compost. But we're going to have a massive overflow and we don't have wheat blocks in this. You know what, screw it, we're just going to take a stack of seeds at first. And the Arbitorium is coming along nicely. Actually, one thing I didn't plan on is that even though the Arbitorium itself didn't delete any of the blocks, the trees that grow probably will. Everything here is still alive. I'm really sorry if you managed to hear my stomach rumbling then. Yeah, I've had no lunch and it's like 2:20, so... Okay, just give me seed oil, that's all I'm asking for here. That's the thing with Feed the Beast as well, there's a lot of waiting around for not very much to happen. Okay, we'll be able to make our casing now. And it was copper down the sides. Do we have any glass? No, we don't, because it's in the random crap chest. So let's go and grab that. Here we go, chest of random crap, always handy. Casing. Copper. And glass. Excellent, I think we have most of the basic forestry machines covered now. You know what, it can't get much messier than it already is, so we're just going to stick you here. I'm going to tidy this up. Once I've shown you guys how all this works, then I'll tidy it up and make it look nice and functional. So yeah, we put the centrifuge in there, we get the honeycomb. out as beeswax and potentially honey drops, and everything is good in the world. Come on, seed oil. Getting real tired of your games. How can I not pick that up? Let's make a fuel cell. See if that works. I think cells... Are they called cells? Cans? I think they have a less capacity than... They're called cans. I think they have a less capacity than buckets, so... Should hopefully be able to pick up that seed oil. Gorgeous, right. We are going to stick this seed oil in our carpenter, which has gone missing. This also needs power, so you know what, why not? Join the club of things that are being powered by one single engine. I don't know how it's got enough power for everything. I'm guessing because most of the stuff is already done. So we stick our fuel... Our seed oil can in there. I'm trying to remember the recipe now. I think it's logs. Mainly logs. Where am I going? I've got a bucket load of logs right here. In this very chest. So let's go and see if this works. Left click. Did it myself there. The very thing that I warned about at the beginning. And once... Is it just that you don't have enough seed oil? It certainly recognised the recipe. Thought that was plenty of seed oil. What we might try using then is a pipette. Pipette? I need glass panes for that. Actually, I think I do have glass panes somewhere. Yep. And is it clay that we need at the top? Pipette? Or is it wool? Please be wool. Yes, it's wool. Sweet. So we've got a load of string around here somewhere. There we go. There are no sheep around, so I'm kind of relying on this at the moment. Right. Oh, I already had wool, just in case I wanted another scoop. And we will steal some of our... Get in there. We will steal some of our seed oil. Don't think it tells you how much you've got in there, though, so we'll just have to hope that... No, put it in. That should be more than enough for this thing. Are you not getting power? Is that... Can you not be powered from the side? Can I get my seed oil back? I'd like it back. Okay, now can we combine these? No. So we're going to have to put this back into storage. You know what, guys? I'm going to be right back, and I will get to you guys when I have sorted this out. Okay, you know what I said when I was first explaining the carpenter? Number one rule, make sure you've always got the stuff in the inventory. That's what I was doing wrong. Man, I am not having a good day today. Okay, but we need to check what we need for our apiary as well as the casing thing. So it's just planks and half slabs. Easy. Actually, I think I've got... Yeah, I do. Sweet. Let's go and grab this. Hurry up, please. I'm impatient. So much waiting around on this. Just trying to think, is there anything else I could do on camera? Not really at the moment. I'm going to sort all this out off camera because at the moment this is an absolute mess. But for now it's just waiting for this to be done. So close. Everything's still got power, so... Yeah, absolutely everything. Should probably check how many I think it outputs 5 MJ. Yeah, 5 MJ a tick. I have no idea what the consumption rate of the rest of these things is, but we've got our casing now, so we can actually go and start making some bees. And that's going to be it for this episode. I have no clue how long this is going to be. Hopefully it's not too long. And episodes like this won't be this in-depth again, I hope. It's just that you need a big kickstart at the beginning of Greg Tech, so... Right, we're just going to stick you in. We'll stick you out here, actually. And basically what you do with these is you stick a princess and... Where's our forest? A meadow one. And they combine and they make a queen, who will produce honeycomb for you, and eventually when she dies, she'll produce 2 offspring, and they might mutilate... Mutilate? No, they don't mutilate. They're not mutilating bees. They might mutate instead, and come up with new species. So I'm hoping that this meadows and princess and the forest drone will make something new. And actually, wait, do you guys not need flowers? Normally they need flowers within range, but apparently these guys are fine. Let's stick one of these here for good measure. Okay, and that is a very, very basic guide to the beginnings of beekeeping. I'm just going to go and tidy this up, and then I will come back and we will close up this episode. And for the last time this episode, we are back, and we are back with sustainable power. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are sorted. It's not the most efficient of systems, but it works. Seriously, die. Just die or something, please. Where are you going? Oh, you're going for that tree, yeah. Well, no luck for you. But yes, basically, how all this works is we have our fermenter here being powered by this biogas engine here. And that in turn is powering everything you can see here at the moment. At least for now, it's enough to keep me going. And what it's doing is feeding into the arboretum, that's the one, and the logger, which is generating all these saplings for pretty much for free. Half the saplings get fed into the arboretum to be turned back into trees and therefore more saplings, and the other half gets sent into this fermenter to generate even more biofuel, which in turn powers this, and it's a big, wonderful circle of power. So that's fully automatic now at the moment. We don't have to worry about anything other than power overflows, which shouldn't happen because, let's face it, it's only one engine and it's powering all these things. We've got the squeezer, carpenter, fermenter, all being powered off that, so we should be good. And the bees up here are doing okay. They're pretty slow workers. I put some frames in. You can look up how to make those. Basically, they increase the speed of which these guys produce pollen and honeycomb and all that sort of thing. So all is good. I've done what I hoped to do this episode. It's been probably a bit more dry than I would have hoped. We've done a lot of crafting and not that much building, but we've got something to show for it at the end, so hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope this is useful. It's a nice way to start off your power. All you need is a couple of diamonds for the logger, but ultimately it isn't even the... Actually, is it the logger that you need diamonds for? One sec. It is the logger that you need diamonds for. Okay, so yeah, you're going to need some diamonds if you want to start this, but you only need 5. Yeah, 5 to start this off, so would definitely recommend it if you want a source of sustainable power at the beginning of your world. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it from me for today. I hope you have enjoyed the episode, and I will see you guys next time.